Here's something strange to sit with tonight. When you look at a baby, really look, you don't think, this one needs to be more. You don't think, this one should try harder, achieve more, be better. You think, this small life is already whole, already enough, already worthy of love, simply for existing. And here's the part that's so easy to forget. You were that baby once, and nothing about your worth has actually changed since. You've just been taught, slowly, to forget. That's the quiet idea at the heart of the book we're sitting with tonight, The Comfort Book by Matt Haig. It's not a book of rules, it's a book of reminders, a collection of small, warm notes about hope and comfort and what it means to be human. Tonight we're going to remember what we already know. You are already enough. Imagine for a moment that you could see yourself as a baby. Small, soft, entirely dependent on the world, and yet lacking nothing. When we look at a baby, we don't weigh its worth. We don't ask what it's achieved or how it looks, or whether it's popular or whether it's useful. We just see a life, and we know without thinking that it matters, that it's enough, that it deserves to be here. The book says we forget this as we grow. Slowly, almost without noticing, we start to believe our value is something we have to earn, with success, with appearance, with productivity, with being useful to other people. As if worth were a wage we had to clock in for, day after day, and that we could lose at any moment if we stopped producing. But the baby you were never lost that worth. It's still there, beneath everything. It was never something you were given, and so it can never be taken away. You are already the thing you've been struggling to become. You are the goal you've been running toward. And if that's hard to believe tonight, that's okay. You don't have to believe it fully. Just let the possibility of it sit beside you, like a warm hand resting near yours in the dark. Just let it be there. That's enough for now. Home is not a place. Here's something the book whispers, almost in passing. Perhaps home is not a place at all. We spend so much of our lives searching for home. In other people, in achievements, in the perfect house or the perfect relationship or the next chapter, the one where we'll finally feel like we've arrived. And we keep arriving and somehow never quite arriving. The horizon keeps moving back. But the book suggests that home might be something quieter than all of that, something you carry. When times are hard, it says, what we need is a deep kind of comfort, something elemental, a solid support, a rock to hold on to. And the strange, gentle truth is that this rock is already inside us. We already have it. We just sometimes need a little help to see it. Picture it like a small, steady warmth beneath your ribs, a lamp lit in a room of your chest. You can't see it, but it's there, and it's been there your whole life, glowing quietly through every hard night you've ever had. That's the shelter. That's the home. So tonight, you don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to find anything. Home isn't a room you have to reach. It's a warmth that's already here, waiting for you to notice it. You've been carrying your shelter with you all along. A small hope that doesn't give up. The book offers a line I keep returning to. Nothing, it says, is stronger than a small hope that doesn't give up. Not a loud hope, not a triumphant, certain hope, not the kind that shouts from rooftops or makes grand promises. A small one, a quiet one, a stubborn one, the kind that flickers sometimes in the dark and somehow doesn't go out. Picture it like a single candle flame in a large, cold room. The room is vast, and the night is long, and the wind moves through the cracks, and the flame is small. So small you could almost cup it in your two hands. And still, it burns. It refuses, quietly, to be extinguished. That's the kind of hope that holds a life together. Not the blazing kind. The kind that simply refuses to leave. If your hope feels small tonight, that's not a failure. That's the strongest kind there is. You don't need a blazing certainty. You don't need to feel sure of anything. You only need that one small flame, the part of you that, despite everything, still wants morning to come, still believes, somewhere beneath the tiredness, that morning is possible. Tend to it. Shield it from the wind. Don't ask it to be bigger than it is. A small hope that doesn't give up is enough. It's always been enough. It's okay to not be okay. Here's something we don't say to ourselves nearly enough. It's okay to not be okay. We spend so much energy holding ourselves together, performing steadiness, smoothing our faces into calm, answering "I'm fine" when we are not fine at all, when we are tired to the bone, when we are quietly coming apart, as if being a mess were something to be ashamed of, as if feeling lost were a failure, rather than simply being human. The book says otherwise. It says mindlessness is okay. Not knowing is okay. Being broken open is okay. Being afraid is okay. You don't have to be the calm, capable, together version of yourself every moment of every day. You're allowed to be the tired one, the confused one, the one who doesn't have the answer, the one who is simply worn out. Think of the person you love most in the world. When they're struggling, you don't think less of them. You don't demand they perform wellness for you. You move closer. You sit with them. You bring them a cup of something warm, and you don't ask them to be anything other than exactly what they are in that moment. Tonight, offer yourself that same kindness. You don't have to hold it all together here. You can set the performance down. You can be exactly as you are, and that is more than enough. Think of the end of a long day, the kind where you gave everything you had, and it still wasn't quite enough. And now you're here, in the quiet, with the leftover weight of it. The book would say, that weight is not a verdict on you. It's just the day settling. Let it settle. You don't have to carry it into your sleep. You are not alone in the dark. The book returns again and again to a single theme: connection. We are not separate, it says. We are all connected, human to human, moment to moment, pain to pleasure, despair to hope. The same longings that keep you awake tonight have kept someone else awake, somewhere, in some other room, in some other century. The same fears, the same tenderness, the same stubborn, small hope. There's a strange comfort in that, if you let it in. Whatever you're feeling right now, the worry, the ache, the quiet loneliness, you are not the first to feel it, and you will not be the last. You are part of a long, quiet chain of people who lay awake in the dark and somehow made it through to morning. Their mornings came. Yours will too. Think of it like this. Right now, in this very moment, there are others lying in the dark too. Some weary, some afraid, some simply waiting for sleep to come. And somewhere among them is a person whose worry is almost exactly like yours. You'll never meet them, and yet you are not strangers. You share this, the same night, the same longing for morning, the same small flame refusing to go out. The dark is full of people, each one a quiet light, held. So you are not alone in the dark. Not really. The night holds you, and it holds them, gently, the same way. Let that thought settle into you like warmth. You are held. You always were. The things you fear are often softer than they seem. The book talks about facing your inner sharks, those fears that circle beneath the surface, the ones we avoid looking at because we're sure that if we did, they'd devour us. But here's the curious thing about the things we're afraid to face. When we finally turn toward them, not with force, not with a sword, but with a quiet willingness to simply look, they're almost always smaller than we imagined, softer. The fear of the thing turns out to be bigger than the thing itself. The worry you've been avoiding, the conversation you keep postponing, the feeling you keep pushing down. They grow large in the dark, in the not looking, in the avoiding. They feed on avoidance the way shadows feed on the absence of light. But bring a little gentle attention to them, the way you'd bring a candle into a room, and you'll find their edges soften. You'll find they were never the monsters you thought. They were just asking, in their awkward way, to be felt, to be held, and then, quietly, to be let go. You don't have to fight your sharks tonight. You don't have to wrestle them or win. You only have to let the lamp stay on a little longer, that small flame inside you, and notice that they were shadows all along, circling in a room that was never as dark as you thought. You are allowed to say no. The book talks about the quiet power of saying no. We're taught so often that goodness means saying yes. Yes to the favor, yes to the request, yes to the expectation, yes to staying a little longer, giving a little more, being a little smaller so that others can be a little bigger. We say yes until we're hollow, and then we say yes again because we've forgotten we're allowed to do anything else. But the book suggests that a gentle, well-placed no is one of the most loving things you can offer to others and especially to yourself. Every no to something that drains you is a quiet yes to something that fills you. Every boundary you draw is a small act of protection for the soft, tender thing that you are. Think of someone you admire for their kindness. Chances are they're not kind because they say yes to everything. They're kind because they've learned where their energy begins and ends, and they protect the source. A well that never refills can't water anyone for long. So tonight, let yourself off the hook for the things you didn't say yes to, for the messages you didn't answer, for the space you took, the rest you chose, the no you offered, even silently, to something that would have cost you more than you had. That no was not selfishness. It was preservation. It was you, tending the small flame. Nothing is permanent, and that's a mercy. The book keeps returning gently to one truth. Everything changes. Nothing stays the same. At first, that can sound like a sad thing. Everything you love, you'll lose. Every good moment ends. But sit with it for a moment, the way you'd sit with a slowing breath, and it becomes something else entirely. It becomes the deepest comfort there is, because it means that the hard feeling will pass. The difficult day will end. The tightness in your chest will loosen, the way a fist slowly opens. The loneliness, the worry, the weight, none of it is here to stay. It's weather, and weather, by its nature, moves on. Think of a river. The water you see now is not the same water that was there a moment ago. It's always arriving, always leaving. Your feelings are like that. They only ever pass through. You are the riverbed, steady beneath, unchanged by whatever happens to be flowing over you in this moment. And the good things, this quiet, this warmth, this breath, they're precious exactly because they won't always be here. So you can let yourself rest in them now, without gripping. You don't have to hold on. You only have to be here for them while they last. And then let them go gently when they go. Impermanence is not the enemy of peace. It's the reason peace is possible. The storm always passes. The riverbed remains. The small, stubborn joys. And then there are the small joys. The book is full of them. A piece of music that finds you at the right moment. The first sip of something warm. The weight of a blanket. The way light falls through a window in the late afternoon. The sound of rain when you have nowhere to be. These things are small, the book says, but they are not nothing. They are the quiet evidence that the world, for all its noise, still contains tenderness. We're so often taught to look for happiness in the big things, the achievements, the milestones, the moments that look impressive from the outside. But the book suggests that the truest comfort is usually found in the small ones, the ones no one sees, the ones that ask nothing of you except that you notice them. Tonight, you don't need to feel anything grand. You don't need to feel happy or even okay. But if somewhere in the quiet, there's one small thing that brings you a flicker of ease, the warmth of the blankets, the steady sound of your own breathing, the simple fact that you made it through another day, let yourself rest in it. Let it be enough. A small joy, noticed, is its own kind of shelter. And so we come back, as the book does, to the shelter you carry inside. That small, steady lamp beneath your ribs. Let's find it now, together. You don't have to do anything difficult. You don't have to try. Just bring your attention gently to the warmth that's already here, the slow rise and fall of your breath, the weight of your body resting against the bed, the quiet fact that you are here and breathing and held. That's the rock the book was talking about. that steadiness beneath the noise. It's been here all along, through every hard night, glowing quietly. You don't have to build it. You only have to notice it. Let your breath slow just a little, in and out. Not forcing it, not controlling it, just allowing it. Each slow inhale is the lamp staying lit. Each long exhale is the flame steady, refusing to go out. And now, if you like, let the day come back for a moment, not to relive it, not to judge it, just to let it pass through one last time. The things you said, the things you didn't say, the small wins no one noticed, the moments you wish you could do over, the kindnesses you offered and the ones you forgot. Let them all rise softly like leaves on water, and let them all drift on. They belonged to today. They don't need to follow you into tomorrow. The day is done now. You can thank it quietly for whatever it held, and you can release it. One long breath out and let it go. It's finished. You are free of it now. If a worry rise now, something from today, something about tomorrow, some old ache you carry, you don't have to push it away. You don't have to follow it either. Just notice it, the way you'd notice a shadow moving across a wall, and let your attention drift back gently to the warmth of your breath. Back to the shelter. Back to home, which was never a place at all, but this quiet presence you carry within you. Let your shoulders soften now. Let them drop away from your ears. Let your jaw loosen. Let your arms grow heavy against the bed. Let your legs settle, warm and still. Let your face relax, the small muscles around your eyes letting go. Your body, like your breath, is only ever here. It's not in tomorrow. It's not in yesterday. It's here, in this quiet, with you. Let the small flame of your attention rest now on nothing at all. Just the breathing, just the being here. There's nowhere else you need to be. No one you need to become. The you that exists right now, exactly as you are, is the home you've been looking for. If you remember nothing else from tonight, remember this. You are already enough. You always were. And home, the comfort you've been searching for, isn't somewhere you have to go. It's the warmth beneath your ribs, right now, already here. Your hope may feel small tonight. Let it. Small and stubborn is the strongest kind. Tend to it, and let it tend to you. And if tonight was hard, let that be okay too. You don't have to hold it all together. You don't have to be anything other than tired and human and here. The day is done now. You made it through. That in itself is enough. You don't have to earn your rest. You never did. Rest is not a reward for being productive enough, or good enough, or strong enough. It's simply what your body needs, the way the field needs its quiet season before it can grow again. So let yourself have it, fully, without guilt, without keeping one eye open on tomorrow. There's nothing more to figure out, nothing to earn, nothing to carry into your sleep. The night doesn't ask that of you. It only asks that you rest. So rest. You've carried enough for today. You can set it all down now, and let the dark be gentle, and let the small flame inside you burn on quietly through the night. Sleep softly. You are held. Good night.